3 secrets about how to be present in a moment and, as a result, to live a fulfilling life. Hi, my name is Elena Muratova. I am lifestyle coach, best-selling author, and an Olympian. So today I want to talk to you about one key element, or the first key element you need to have to live a fulfilling life. And I want to mention that a fulfilling life does not happen automatically. You need to create it. And to be able to create it, to bring in more satisfaction and pleasure and fulfillment in your life, you really need to have this critical element. And this is about being present in the current moment. To have this ability to be here and now. And why it's important for fulfilling life in the first place? And the answer is that if you are not living mindfully, if you're not present in a moment, it's so easy to miss on an important life experiences. We actually live through our life by different daily activities and experiences that are happening to us. It's actually our life. And when we try to avoid being present, we avoid being in contact with ourselves and in contact in outside world, and as a result we don't notice these experiences that are happening. We don't notice what's happening inside you, we don't notice how environment affects us, and it becomes very difficult to adjust our behavior, our actions, to get more positive life and get more satisfaction from our life. When we don't know what's happening, it's difficult to understand what steps we can take to change it. So being in current moment, in present moment, help us to notice many important life experiences inside us and in outside world, and also it assists in making important changes that will help to improve our life for better. It can be hard to be in present moment because of the feeling unsafe or being too much worried. And again, we can be mindful all the time, but the problem happening when we constantly trying to avoid this experience, we're trying to avoid meeting with ourselves, with outside world, just by being here and now. And this fear and anxiety or too much worried, they simply do not let us to relax and enjoy our life. So why we feel unsafe or we're too worried about something in the first place? It could happen because we are stuck in a flight or fight response for much longer time than necessary. So I'm talking about the situation when something dangerous happened, or at least some situations that we perceive as dangerous happened, and it's already over, but we are still worried or thinking or feel unsafe for a long time after that situation. So basically, we are unable to self-regulate ourselves and bring ourselves back to the calm state. Maybe emotions are too intense, or maybe we can't tolerate these emotions, or maybe we don't know what to do with all these experiences. We just don't have necessary tools. This is first reason why it can be hard for us to be in present moment, because we simply can't regulate our emotional state and the state of our mind as well. And when we in the fear, when we too anxious or just feel huge discomfort, again, it's difficult to focus on our experiences and enjoy our life. And it's okay to be in a flight or fight response. Don't get me wrong. It's necessary to be in this mode from time to time. But again, the problem occurs when we can't go out from that mode, when we can't return to a calm state. Another reason why we can't calm ourselves and enjoy our life is because we might not have enough space in our life, or we might take too much space, or we don't have enough trust. And all this can keep us under the tension. We're kind of on a guard all the time because we need to scan the environment. We need to be ready to react. So it creates this anxiety and just make it so much difficult to relax and be present in a moment, because all our attention might go to the outside world, just kind of to scan, as I said, to scan the environment and be ready. I think this experience can be described as something that press on you all the time and just don't let you to relax. Or, for example, that there is just simply not air for you to breathe freely. Something that keeps you into the tension all the time. To be able to live a fulfilling life, you need to be able to be present in a moment and notice your experiences in inside world and outside world. But to have that ability to be in here and now, you sometimes need to overcome a few challenges. The first one is not knowing how to self-regulate yourself and manage your emotions and state of mind. The second one is not taking enough space in your life or taking too much space. And the third one is not having enough trust. So let's quickly go through steps you can take to overcome these challenges. Manage our emotional state or just be able to self-regulate ourselves can be challenging. But there are different techniques and different actions you can take to improve this skill. You basically can learn how to self-regulate yourself if you didn't develop this skill in the past. It will take time, but it will give you so much enjoyment and satisfaction from your life and so much control over your life if you will be able to develop the skill of self-regulation. So firstly, there are different techniques you can try, such as breathing exercises or the basic exercise. Watch the video at my channel. Another technique is, for example, a safe anger release. You can also learn some actions, some specific behavior actions you can make to self-regulate yourself. So for example, it's very helpful to learn how to challenge your unhelpful thoughts, how to modify your thinking pattern so they can accommodate you instead of working against you. Also, it can be helpful to understand how to bring your mind in the state of the flow, especially if you need to create something or be creative. It's a very helpful skill to have. So there are different things you can do to help yourself to self-regulate yourself, and you can learn how to do it. Let me know if you need more descriptions, more information on this topic, and I will film separate video specifically for this topic. The second challenge that I mentioned, it was about taking too much space or not taking enough space. By space, I mean here space in your life. It's maybe physical space, so when you don't have enough physical space in your home, at your work, or somewhere else, or it might be emotional space. When you don't have enough space for your emotions, when it's difficult for you to freely express your emotions or share them with some people around you. It can be that there is not enough space in your relationships and you constantly need to sacrifice your needs, to give in and satisfy others. And again, like it can be totally opposite when you take too much space, when you take too much responsibilities for somebody, when you take too much tasks, or when you occupy too much space. And it can sound that, oh, it's nice to have too much space in relationships or in your home, but it still can create a lot of stress if this space not balanced with the needs of others who live with you or who are in a relationship with you. And this stress, again, creates tension because you always need to be on guard and protect this too much space, because other people will feel not satisfied and will try to claim the space back. So it always should be a balance, and it can be different with different people and in different environments and different situations, but it's just very critical and important to just to bring it back to balance. And in some areas we can take too much space, we can be very active even without recognizing that, or in the same time in other areas we can take too little space and feel very uncomfortable about that. So just really encourage you to think what's happening in your life, in what areas you are satisfied with, how much space in your life you have physically, emotionally, in relationships, or where do you have too much space, or like just in what areas you need to improve this balance. And the third challenge is that sometimes we don't have enough trust, and the lacking of this trust again can create a lot of anxiety, and it can be difficult to be in present and now, because when we don't trust, for example, somebody in relationships, we just can't fully relax and enjoy our life. So there are a few types of trust. Trust in ourselves, in our skills, in our abilities. Trust to other people, when we are able to build authentic relationships. And trust to the world, when we just basically have hope, we're able to maintain and have hope that everything will be okay, even if currently we're experiencing some challenges. Not having trust in one of these areas, again, can create a lot of tension in our life and just keep the stress level too high. And this will prevent us from being in the present and now and being calm and relaxed. Just think about in what areas you have some problems, issues with trust. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust other people? Do you trust the world? It's sometimes even thinking about these questions and answering them can be very helpful. And then if you find that there is not enough trust in some of the areas, you definitely can improve it. You can build your trust. To live a fulfilling life, you need to be able to be in here and now, to be present in the moment. And if you want to improve that skill, you might want to work on a few elements that are necessary for having that skill. To balance space in your life, your physical space, emotional space, space in the relationships, to be able to self-regulate yourself, to manage your emotional state and state of mind, and finally, to build enough trust in your life. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you want more information on one of the topics. I will be happy to film another video. Just leave a comment below this video. This was video about the first key element for living fulfilled life. I'm going to film another 3 videos about another 3 key elements that you need to have to create a fulfilled life for yourself. So subscribe to my channel, give like to this video, and I see you soon. Thank you. Bye.